All right, so who's heard of Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory? It's pretty sweet, right? So I've actually recently joined the company. My background is I've been on the franchisor side for over 15 years, just bringing folks like yours dreams to life, right? That has been my true passion. And I always say I'm just like Frank over here. Durango, Colorado is where our factory is still today. Small little town. It's incredible if you ever get to come there and see us. We still make the chocolate by hand. And every piece we deliver across the entire country. We have 5 trucks that drive all around the United States every week to deliver to our franchisees who deliver our incredible products out of a 53,000 square foot facility. So our legacy, right? So a lot of you have heard of us, which is pretty great. You've seen, we've kind of shrunk in size. And it's unfortunate because we have incredible product and we provide a lot of joy to people when they come in through our doors. We are at this pivot juncture where we are going on a growth spree. So unlike some of the brands that I've been with before, they're new, right? They're still trying to figure it out. We have a system, we have a program, and now we're relaunching. We have 140 franchise stores, 100 co-brands across the United States. We have 3 stores in the Philippines. But for 40 years, we know how to make chocolates, and some of the best chocolates that you'll have, unlike Hershey's, no offense. But but anyways, I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, no. Hey, Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm a Giant fan, so we got a lot to talk about. All right, so anyways, to go through it, for those that haven't been to a Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, we do not just do chocolate, right? We also do those incredible apples that you can have. We have 20 different varieties, 300 proprietary items in our assortment, some made at our facility, some made at the store, right? Because apples really don't travel that well, right? So apples are made fresh daily. And I was just in Chicago this morning. We are going to do in October in a little store outside Chicago, 1,200 apples in 2 weeks for the Halloween season. So this is something that when you get behind your brand, when you're inspired by it and you're in your local community, it's what you can really build. And we have a great platform for it. So with that, we are relaunching Rocky Mountain with an incredible new package, a little more higher end, just to match the premium quality of our chocolates. Those are truffles right there. We are engaging in not just the senses, so you can actually smell it when you walk into our stores, the caramel, the chocolates, as well as taste it. And we're doing that in a revamped style where everyone wins on our end. And that is our new store in Corpus Christi, Texas. So that actually launched about 2 months ago. That is our rebrand. So as you can see, it is a lot different than probably some of the Rocky Mountains you've seen that are 20, 30 years old. And we do have franchisees who have been with us for 20 to 30 years, and they're still in the system, and they're passing on generation to generation. You as franchise prospects, right, you're going to create family wealth, right? And so with that, passing it on, should that be where you want to take this journey on your enterprise value, that is what we want to do with you. So we are a great multi-unit operator. A lot of our newer prospects are coming in that do want to be multi-unit because this is a simple operation where you can oversee multiple stores in an area. And what's really nice about us right now is a lot of the areas, such as Seattle, is now available. New York City, East Coast, we're pretty wide open because, right, that has been some of our nutrition. However, if you go, I'm going tomorrow, an hour and a half away from here, North Bend, right? Yep, North Bend. Our store's been there for over 20 years. And so still the same franchise owners working there every day with their families. So, but this is now a new experience. We're about to open and right before the holidays in Chicago, 2 blocks from the Bean, one of our flagship locations where you'll see the premium quality atmosphere and experience of bringing chocolate to life. So with that, I mean, that's pretty good for being here for 7 days, right? Did I do 5 minutes? Awesome.
I actually have a question.
Yeah, definitely.
So two questions, one comment. First of all, Durango. I went fly fishing randomly with some white people in Durango, Colorado. We went fly fishing, dead serious. I've never heard anyone ever reference Durango ever.
Never.
So that's nice. That was in college. The next thing is, so ultimately there are going to be a lot of brands presenting, and you have capital and you want to decide where do I want to invest my capital, what kind of return am I going to get on my capital. So I'd really love to know, what is your equipment package, what is your build out, and then what's your average unit volume?
Definitely. So right now, our build out, and it's a newer concept. We're still going out to bid on some of the parts and components as we get better. We're between $350,000 and $850,000. And as for some of you here, that's with your first 3 months of rent, your franchise fees, all in. And as a franchisor, and I believe in being a responsible franchisor, I don't want to overpromise and overdeliver. The nice thing is when you go to a landlord with this package, we're also getting something called tenant improvement allowance. And so we've seen $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 thrown at our franchisees to bring this concept to a mall such as Mall of America or American Dream, some of the larger malls in the country. So that is our wide range. But again, we also do kiosks as well for higher traffic, lower volume areas, not lower volume, but higher traffic, airports, et cetera. So, but that is our current range.
What's your average unit volume though?
Average unit volume in terms of sales?
Yeah, gross.
We're about 750,000.
In sales average across the board?
Yep.
And then what's going to the bottom line? 10%, 20%?
10 to 20, and right, the more you can put through the store, right, the better it is.
So that's 150,000 against somewhere between 350 and 850,000. It's a good investment.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I was trying to figure out what the numbers were. So if he said that the average unit volume is 750,000, and if you know then what the cost is for your equipment package and your build out, which is 350 to 850,000, and if you know that of the 750,000, 20% is coming to the bottom line, 20% on 750,000, that's $150,000. And so you look at what that capital that's coming in against the amount of capital that you have to allocate out. It's a decent investment. You guys are doing pretty good margins.
And I would say, right, year on year, our stores are growing.
20% of gross revenue is what he's saying is going to the net operating income.
That's their royalty?
No, that's not the royalty. What are your royalties? No, royalties already baked into that.
So,
It gets
yeah.
paid out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so our royalties are actually fair. So the more you actually buy from our factory, the lower the royalty, right? Because you can actually make the product at your store.
Yeah.
And we believe, as you know, right, we need to keep the factory going for not only the workers, but also, right, that's what's getting your truffles and some of those more higher quality items. So in order and fairness, we actually, the more you buy from the factory, which means you're doing a great job at cross-selling, you actually spend less royalty with us. So our royalty goes from 4 to 6%, and we do a 1% local brand fund. And for those that are newer to franchise, and I kind of like to explain it, right? When a national brand like us takes it, we're going to pump it out. We'll be on CNBC in a couple weeks and some other places as we go through the holiday season. But that's the money we're reinvesting to market your store and try to drive traffic to your store. But what I always like to say is be careful about that because, right, if I'm not marketing your area, you're not getting that traffic. So the fact that you actually have that opportunity to take some more of your funds, going to the bottom line, reinvesting it, go to a street fair or a market, grab one. We have a tent that you can buy, go out, and be in a local farmer's market. Like our brand fits in a farmer's market with locally custom-made apples. Although all our apples do come from Washington, as a fun fact. So, yeah. Anyways, we're at time. Awesome.
Sorry, guys.
Appreciate y'all.